Hello guys, it's Olumayowa Victor Ogunshola again, and today I'm here with something very interesting for us, as of course in the field of business management. Let's look at what I have for us today. Today I'm going to be talking about three things for business students and business experts all over the world. I'm going to be talking about the organization, that is the business organization. I'm going to be talking about the business environment and the stakeholders. As usual, if you come with me to my whiteboard, I like to do it all in writing. So let's start with the organization. Organization. So I'll start by giving a very short definition of what we mean by the organization. An organization can be said to be a group of people who come together in a coordinated way to achieve common goals and objectives. I'll take that again. Organization, group of people working together in a coordinated way to achieve goals and objectives. That's what an organization is. An organization could be to make profit or could be not for profit. So it could be profit-making organization. Yeah, they're making all the dollars, they're making all the British pounds, and they're making all the euros. Yeah, Naira, Nigeria, West Africa. Yeah. Profit-making organizations, or it could be not for profit organizations. For example, it could be NGOs, non-governmental organizations, or charities who are pursuing a cause for humanity or for international development, and so that's what an organization is. Okay. Of course, we have various types of organizations, but if you look at my other video on types of organizations, that's in detail over there. So now that we know what an organization is, I'd like to educate us that organizations exist within the business environment. Name it. Whether it's a profit-making organization or non-profit-making organization, it exists in the business environment. Where is this business environment that I'm talking of? It's nothing magical. Guys, wherever you are right now, could you look out of the window? Are you looking out already? That's the business environment, just outside the window. The business environment that we talk about here, business environment is highly unstable, yeah, is highly unpredictable, highly unpredictable, and always changing. Characteristics of the business environment. Let us not make mistakes, because when we say highly unstable, highly unpredictable, always changing, some of us think this is negative. No, it could be positive, okay? It could be changing from unemployment to employment. It could be changing from high rate of inflation to low rates of inflation. So the business environment is always unstable, unpredictable, and always changing. Why is this so? This is so because of the PES2 factors. Yeah? The PES2 factors affect the business environment in a positive or negative way around the business world. What do we mean by the PES2 factors? Okay? By the PES2 factors, P here stands for political. So, with all due respect, in countries like Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, in northern Nigeria, where there is war or political instability, businesses, this is very unfavorable for businesses. But on the other hand, in politically stable countries or climes, businesses will flourish. Economics, economical situation, economical. Pardon my handwriting again, economical. Okay? Economical factors. So factors like high inflation, high tax rates, unemployment will affect the business environment negatively. On the other hand, factors like economic boom, where there's an economic boom, where there's economic prosperity, businesses will flourish. Okay? Socio-cultural factors. Socio-cultural factors. So there are some businesses that will be acceptable in some parts of the world and will not be culturally or socially acceptable in some parts of the world. When I came to the Netherlands, for example, I found coffee shops everywhere. You cannot have a coffee shop in Dubai or in Saudi Arabia. That's not socio-culturally acceptable. So, socio-cultural factors, technology. Technology is always advancing. Technology. The advancement of in technology world is always ongoing. So the software that puts you in business today might be the software that kicks you out of business tomorrow. So you have to check as well. Legal factors. Legal factors. For your legal factors, you have things like immigration law, company law, and all the different laws that you have in place. You have to check to make sure that your organization is able to comply. And the E here, we have the environmental factors. Environmental factors. So, climate change, earthquakes, wildfire, the season, if it's winter or summer, can affect business environment. I think summertime, for example, a lot of hotels are making lots of profit because it's good weather. People are holidaying all around the world. Pardon me. On the other hand, if it's winter, it's cold, maybe the airplane is not able to fly because of the snow or something like that. So, talking about the business environment, again, it's highly unstable, unpredictable, always changing, and this is because of the personal factors. I must emphasize that when I talk about personal factors affecting the business environment, I do not mean negative. Personal factors can also affect the business environment in a positive way. I just gave you an example of economic, where there's an economic boom. A country with economic prosperity, businesses will be fine in that country. A country with economic recession, businesses will not be fine in that country. And the last thing I want to talk about today, as you can see on the board there, is stakeholders. Stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Who are the stakeholders? Firstly, I'd like to clarify something. A lot of students confuse stakeholders, with shareholders. Please, there are two different things. A stakeholder is anyone who has got one form of interest or the other in what's going on in your organization. It doesn't have to be financial interest. I'm a fan of Chelsea Football Club. I don't have any financial investments in Chelsea Football Club. I am a stakeholder of Chelsea Football Club, okay? But shareholders are just one of the types of the many stakeholders that Chelsea Football Club has. So who are stakeholders? A stakeholder is anyone who is interested in what's going on in your organization. They can affect the business, or the business can affect them, okay? So also you have to understand that there are different types of stakeholders. Some of them have got high power and high interest, and some of them have got low. I just put that with a stakeholder matrix, please. Stakeholder matrix. So we have maybe we have the interest of the stakeholders, okay, and we have power of the stakeholders, yeah, and we have high and low, and high and low, and then we have high and low. So if a stakeholder has got high power and high interest in your organization, such a stakeholder is very powerful, and such stakeholders should be kept satisfied, should be monitored, and should communicate with them regularly. So when you have high stake, this is the high interest stakeholder and high power stakeholder. Yeah, you have to monitor them, communicate regularly. Communicate regularly. Keep them satisfied. They must be satisfied. Keep them satisfied. because they have high power and high interest in your organization. But if a stakeholder has got low power and low interest in your organization, you can ignore them. But we don't want to say that. You can just monitor them from afar, okay? Monitor from afar, because they don't really have an influence on your organization, okay? But if a stakeholder has got low power and a high interest in your organization, you keep them satisfied. You say keep, you use green for that, please, pardon me. Keep satisfied. And on the other hand, if a stakeholder is they've got high power and low interest in your organization, yeah, you just carry them along, we say. You carry them along. This stakeholder matrix is simply telling us that some stakeholders are more influential than the other, and you have to recognize your high power, high interest stakeholders, and you have to make sure they are satisfied, communicate with them regularly, and keep them happy. Okay guys, that's the end of today's session. We've talked about the organization as a group of people working together to achieve goals and objectives. We talked about the business environment, which is unstable, always changing, highly unpredictable, and this is because of the pestle factors. Political factors, economical factors, sociological factors, technology, legal and environmental factors. And then we said to you that the pestle factors does not mean that it affects the business environment negatively. It could also affect the business environment positively. And we ended this session by telling you about stakeholders. They are the people who has got one form of interest or the other in your organization, and you have to try to satisfy and make all stakeholders happy at every point in time. Thank you very much. I hope that you've enjoyed this lecture. Of course, we want feedback as always. Just send us an email at dmayorforyou@gmail.com. That's Delta Mango Alpha Yankee Oscar Romeo 4 Umbrella @gmail.com. Of course, you know that I will talk about my passion for the African continent. Are you an African anywhere in the world? Make sure you're promoting African unity and working towards African development. Thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Bye.